Someone hurt you, deeply. A betrayal, an injustice, a profound act of disrespect. And right now, a fire is burning in your mind, screaming for one thing: revenge. Your mind rehearses the perfect comeback, the moment of confrontation, the day they finally get what they deserve. We believe this fire will forge our victory. But what if, more often than not, it's a fire that only consumes the person who tends to it? The question isn't if you will get revenge. The question is how. There are 3 paths. The first is a trap that will destroy you. The other 2 will make you unbeatable. This is not about forgiveness. This is about power. Today, we decode the art of intelligent revenge. The first path, the poison of hatred. This is the path most people take. It's the obvious path, the one that feels the most righteous. It's the path of obsession. When we've been wronged, our mind fixates on the injustice. This fixation provides a temporary sense of control, but it's an illusion. We are, in fact, handing over control of our own mind to the person who hurt us. It's the psychological equivalent of drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. Think of a talented graphic designer, Alex. He pours his soul into a brilliant campaign idea. His charismatic but less talented colleague, Marcus, steals it, presents it as his own, and gets the promotion that should have been Alex's. The injustice is unbearable. Alex is consumed. His life is no longer about his own creative work. It's about a secret, all-consuming war against Marcus. He spends his days documenting Marcus's every mistake. He spends his nights scrolling through his social media, looking for ammunition. His own projects, once a source of joy, now feel like a distraction. And what happens to Marcus? He thrives. He's busy in his new role, completely indifferent to Alex's silent war. But Alex? Alex is falling apart. His work suffers. His creativity dries up. His relationships at home become strained because he's emotionally absent. 6 months later, Marcus is leading a new division, and Alex gets a warning for his declining performance. In his quest to make his enemy pay, Alex never noticed the price he was paying himself. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus diagnosed this trap 2,000 years ago. He said, "Any person capable of angering you becomes your master." In his quest for revenge, Alex made Marcus the master of his emotions, his focus, and his time. The hatred he thought was his weapon was actually a chain, shackling him to the very person he wanted to defeat. This is why the first, most critical step is not an act of aggression. It is an act of profound self-liberation. It is the wisdom of letting go, not as a weak surrender, but as the ultimate strategic move to reclaim your mind. The second path, the fuel of ambition. Once you've cut the chain of obsessive hatred, you are left with a powerful, raw energy. Anger, in its pure form, is an incredible source of fuel. Most people use this fuel for destruction. The wise person uses it for creation. This is the second, more active form of revenge, transforming the raw energy of your anger into the fuel for your own unstoppable growth. An injustice triggers a powerful survival response. Adrenaline flows, your focus narrows, your energy spikes. This is a state of heightened power. You can either channel this power outward into a destructive and costly conflict, or you can channel it inward into a laser-focused pursuit of your own goals. Imagine a young artist whose mentor, a figure she deeply respected, steals her unique style and passes it off as his own to a major gallery. The betrayal is devastating. She could spend years fighting him, consumed by legal battles and bitterness. Instead, she chooses the path of alchemy. She takes all of that furious, sleepless energy, all the pain of that betrayal, and pours it into her art. The memory of the injustice is no longer just a wound. It's a constant reminder of what's at stake. It becomes her why. She works with a singular, ferocious focus she never had before. 2 years later, she opens her own show. Her new work is more innovative, more powerful, and more authentic than anything her former mentor could ever create. She didn't destroy her enemy. She simply made him irrelevant by becoming undeniable. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, who understood the power of struggle, wrote, "That which does not kill us makes us stronger." This is the principle of emotional alchemy. You are taking the poison of the injustice and transmuting it into the medicine of your own ambition. Give your anger a job. Give it a constructive purpose. Use the energy of the offense to build a fortress of success they can never touch. The final path, the power of indifference. This brings us to the third and most profound form of revenge. It is the one that requires the most patience, but it delivers the most absolute victory. It is the simple, silent, and devastating revenge of living an incredible life. The people who hurt you have created a small, limited story about you in their minds. They have cast you as the victim, the failure, the one who couldn't succeed without them. The ultimate act of power is not to argue with their story, but to write a completely new one, a story so grand and beautiful that their petty narrative becomes an irrelevant, forgotten footnote. A man is left by a partner who tells him, "You'll never be anything without me." For a time, he's devastated. His first impulse is to prove her wrong for her, to post glamorous pictures online, to rush into a new relationship, to make her see what she lost. This is still playing her game. But then, he chooses the third path. He stops performing for an audience of one and starts building for himself. He reconnects with old passions. He builds deep, authentic friendships. He finds work that gives him a sense of purpose. He learns to be happy on his own. Years later, he is a confident, joyful, and whole person. He hears through a friend that his ex is struggling. He feels a brief, distant flicker of pity, but not triumph, not joy, not anything really. Her story is no longer connected to his. His revenge was so complete, he didn't even notice it happening. The great Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius taught that the ultimate victory is to focus on your own character. He wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Don't stoop to their level by remaining obsessed with them. Rise to a level where they can no longer reach you. This is true freedom, when their opinion, their fate, their very existence becomes a matter of complete and total indifference. These three paths all lead to one destination, a place where the person who hurt you no longer has any power over you. By letting go of hatred, you cut the chain that binds you to them. By transforming your anger, you use their negativity as the raw material for your own creation. And by living a truly magnificent life, you make their chapter in your story so small, it's no longer worth reading. In the end, the wisest philosophers knew that the ultimate victory is never over another person. It is, and always has been, over the undisciplined parts of ourselves. The real revenge is not in watching them fall. It is in feeling yourself rise.